What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. It's your boy, Coach Lee, back at it like we're mad at it. 4 days away from the weekend. Welcome to the Playcall She Off-Season Edition. Got a great show in store for everybody, as always. But before we can do that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get it up out of there. Bring my brother in from the Northeast. My man, what he got on today? He kind of like got some Packer colors on or something like that. But you know what? It don't matter because he's still going to bring that fire like always. Let's get him up in here. My man, Meta. Wow.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Hey, man, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a minute, man. How you doing, Coach?
Chilling, man. Full belly, full mind, ready to rock and roll. Let's do this.
Live. That's live. STWF presents the Playcall She. We here, tapped in, man. Will be joining us a little later on, or he'll pop up. You know how you do it. Me and Coach Roland is the off-season edition Playcall Sheet. Y'all know what we doing here. We are dissecting the AFC West today. We'll be doing that. We got a couple other things for you guys. Like, share, subscribe, man. STWF TV on YouTube.
What? What's up, fam?
What's good, fellas?
Same old shit.
How we doing today?
We doing good, man. Can't complain.
I can dig it.
Do this, man. It's Monday, dog. I have a good weekend.
Get it cracking, man.
I have a good weekend.
Oh,
yeah, it was a solid one, man. I can't complain about it.
Already,
I was chilling.
Man. You know what? With all due respect, I figured AFC West tonight. Why not? They ought to defend the Super Bowl. Actually, 2-time back-to-back defending Super Bowl champions. We got to get the AFC West they love, man.
Shout out to the AFC West, man. Show of love, man. It was a crazy, crazy season down on that end, but like you said, man, the team that, started at the beginning as the champs ended as the champs, man. So we're going to go, I guess, with the power division first.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So, yeah, so we're going to actually, this is, we did something like this last year where it worked out perfectly, as my man Will pointed out. We go through each division. We look at how they did last year, all season moves up for draft strategies they may have. This is going to take us all the way up until we get ready to do a mock draft and roll right into the STWF and the parlay draft coverage. So we're going to have, actually, you know what? We're going to start with the Chiefs, right? Actually, I take that back. We had something that happened this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Something that happened, and it's kind of sad. And what I'm saying? We're going to watch this video if you haven't seen it. But I got a hot sports opinion about it. My piss and off tonight.
Can't wait.
It is what it is, right?
I know what this is.
So let's get it up in here. So, my man been getting a whole lot of heat lately because of, he is part of the media, right? And he's got some opinions a lot of people hadn't liked. But hey, it is what it is. He's doing his job now. That's one Cam Newton. So he had a little bit of a squabble or scuffle or whatever you want to call it that happened this weekend. So if you don't know, we got it here for you like we always gonna do. We're gonna share this with you, right? So we're gonna blow this up. Boom, let's check it out. What we just witnessed there is Cam had a camp this weekend, and tempers flared, words were exchanged, disrespect was slanted other people's way, and then you can see Cam got slumped, man. How y'all feeling about this?
What's link to join? Who's this?
Who is that?
You can't ask for a link to join.
That's Kyrie.
Who?
That's
Oh, okay.
We got
okay.
Hold tight, fam. We got
We'll make an exception. Because we never heard it before.
Hold on, Cam. Oh, man, we got you.
Coming live from Fuck Around and Find Out.
Real talk.
Boom.
They really try to jump Cam. That's crazy.
Hopefully it's in there. I might have sent the wrong link. Hold on. You know what I did? Hold on. I sent the wrong link. Ooh.
You're doing great. You know,
there we go. I just sent on the right one.
Word.
So man, I will say I was surprised when I saw this, and I was wondering how did they even get to this? What y'all take on this?
We said what we think about it?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy because all weekend, I mean, I was kind of clouded out in regards to like, you know, sports, college basketball was a lot of heavy. It was heavy, it was a lot on. And then today, I woke up to see that there was an incident involving Cam Newton and a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds. I said, whoa, what the hell happened? And then I thought there would be more highlights than what we've seen, but that's pretty much all happened. My thing is, I heard it was because Cam had some words for the kids in regards to like, you know, his team potentially being others, and if the other teams won, he would give them pass or something like that. It's a difficult situation, man. The era we was raised in, celebrities and all that, like, they're celebrities. So, you know, the glamour, and when people see them, it's like smiles and an aura and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like that in this generation, man. Either the kids being wild disrespectful, or they just don't respect Cam. We've seen this before with Cam Newton, though. Videos arguing with kids, going back and forth with kids. One kid stated, "Oh, did you give Von Miller some Valentine's flowers?" You know what I'm saying? After you didn't pick up the fumble and you let the Broncos basically win the Super Bowl. And then there was another altercation when the kid was talking about when he was a free agent that basically he was a bum and he was never going to get a job again. So Cam's been in these situations where he's definitely flagged back. And this situation, the kids attacked him. You had every right to defend yourself, and I'm happy that Cam Newton did. I'm happy everybody was safe, and nothing happened because you down south in the dirty south. And it can happen anywhere, but a lot more could have happened in just a 45-second scuffle.
He was in his hometown of Atlanta, right? If I'm not mistaken.
His hometown, absolutely. And that's another thing. You're in your hometown. And this is what I say about the disrespect. Like, you think about it like athletes from that state, a bunch of accolades, gives back to his community every chance he could. And that brings disrespect? I mean, regardless if there was arguing, he said some stuff they didn't appreciate, they didn't like. Damn. It's a bad hit. Good thing he's an entrepreneur right now, because if he was on any other network, he would have been fired. He would have been flamed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the safety that podcasts give you. You're your own boss, so.
Right. Shout out to Ken for that, being his own boss.
Yeah, I mean, look, you gotta stop trying these athletes, man. It's a lose-lose. I mean, I guess it's a win because you go viral and shit. That's what everybody trying to do, but I don't know. It don't make no sense. Me personally, I wouldn't fuck with a 6'6", 250-pound man who's at peak physical performance level. That's someone else's fight, not mine.
That part. Yeah, you know, when I heard it, the first thing that came to my mind was, something happened again. Like, Two Spit mentioned, there's been other videos of him get into it verbally with the kids and stuff like that. Them, talking noise to them and things of that nature. But then I started thinking, it is the form of disrespect. A lot of times, because we hear all the time, if you got an athlete, either he don't come back to his hometown, don't get back to where he came from as far as the community, or he don't go out to certain parts of town and in the cities that they play in and things like that. And we put that type of pressure on them to feel slighted, but you got to think a lot of times, a lot of these things that go on in these situations is because these athletes, they're giving their time, their effort to try to at least not necessarily help these kids. If you meet them, you're not going to be a star, nothing like that, but you can be the catalyst or the seed for planting their kids. You know what? He came from where I came from. I got the same opportunity he had if I put the effort and everything into it. And a lot of these kids not realizing Cam still has got connections in the league. If he don't have connections from a playing perspective, he probably knows people in the personnel part of it. And now he's in the broadcasting. Why would you not try to use him as an asset or a mentor or whatever the case may be to try to help you get to another level that you may want to get to versus you going in trying to make a name of yourself and want to confront the dude? You know what I'm saying? If he talking saucy, normally when I've seen him talking saucy to people is because the disrespect started towards him. And I don't know if it's my kid, my son used to go to different camps and things like that. We weren't going to tolerate that. You gonna treat him like you would any other coach or any other person who's trying to help you better yourself as a player, and you're gonna listen to what they got to say and try to take that in and absorb that versus going there and showing your ass like some of these kids be doing.
Yes, 100% to all of that. I will say though, when you have a platform to always be talking, and you talk a lot of shit like Cam does, this is gonna happen. Charlamagne the God went through the same thing early in his career.
That's true.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys, you got an opinion, that's cool. You're allowed to have an opinion in this country. You're allowed to say whatever you want in this country. However, there is consequences for certain things.
So definitely consequences.
I do not know. Again, I will not weigh in really in terms of who's right and wrong here because I don't know how it started. We ain't got that information. All we see is them squabbling. What I will say is that when you do have a platform, when you are this figure in the community, you can't be seen doing this. Honestly, you got to chill. Now I get it. If you're just defending yourself 100%, by all means. But if you're defending yourself because of something that you escalated with your mouth that you're always running, you're not a player anymore. You're a podcaster. Whose rules are you playing by? Because it seems like you're just out there. If you're outside, then what you say matters. What you say, you got to be careful of who you say it to, regardless of age. But yeah, again, I don't know who's to blame here. We don't know how the shit started. We do know, if I'm being honest, there is one common denominator that keeps happening around this single person. So is it he's the problem, or is his skin too thin? Does he hear stuff from people and immediately wants to address everything? Because that's not. We're gonna keep seeing his videos if that's how he approaches everything. At some point, you got to just be bigger than it to protect your own brand. But yeah, fuck around and find out if you want to. Keep messing with guys who can fold you up.
He definitely is, and that's another thing, Will, too. And it comes back to as well, like. We know all the celebrity stuff, well respected, all that. But when you go back and forth with people and you're in different settings and different cities and different situations like 7-on-7s and, guys are competitive and, trying to keep the juice flowing and you're kind of egging these kids on, it may happen to you. With the sign of disrespect that we already seen people show Cam, an MVP. A guy that's been to the Super Bowl. In your own city, man, this is what I say. I say this all the time. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my cousin, man. I'm on it. The streets is finished, man. The streets is finished, officially. Because that shouldn't happen at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I don't think it should happen. But the way the world is nowadays, man, Cam deals with a lot of scrutiny. Day in and day out. He has to hear the stuff. He has to be able to, like Will said as well, you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to have thick skin. Because some of that thick skin will kind of save you from some of the situations you're getting yourself into.
The cost of fame.
You don't even have to say nothing as a celebrity. That's another thing. I grew up with celebrities not having to say nothing. You can talk on Twitter and have 140 characters. That don't mean when you're on the streets you got to say anything. But you continue to say stuff. And people are just like now, like, and this is one thing I won't side with these kids for doing anything to them. But Cam's retired now. Cam's not in the NFL no more. The NFL can't save you from this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can save you from this but yourself. He's supposed to be going on It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace this week. That was what they said this morning prior to them talking about the incident. 5% of me said this is publicity stunt, but I can't even go that route because this to me probably real stuff. But I'm gonna take the 5% of scrutiny. I'm gonna take the 5%. You know, maybe this is entertainment, and we'll see what Cam has to say about it, man. If he's on that podcast this week, or for any podcast platform for that matter.
So I got a little bit of I found a couple of articles we've been on here as far as the people he got into it are they call themselves TSP.
Yep.
Elite 7-on-17. So according to some of the Cam, it says Step against somebody from the other team. They were Cam and Step were talking shit to each other. Step struck a nerve and Cam grabbed Step. Dukes say that's when TJ jumped in. TSP, coached by Cam's and 7-7 previously, this is not a targeted TSP attack on Cam like it's being made out. This was more like
that's what I mean.
Say again.
That's what I mean. If you're the one who started this whole thing, how like that's on you then.
Yeah. TSP
same thing with Draymond. You're gonna get all butthurt because somebody dropped a real line on you and you're gonna swing on them. Don't do that. It always be dudes who talk the most shit who can't take it when they come back.
Yeah, it's true.
And you don't make yourself, I'll say it again, you don't make yourself really apparent wise, you know what I'm saying, that guy when you got on the granny hat on, bro. Be real with you.
That's the other thing. Cam, now, he's allowed to do this, and by all means, I love this part about him, but he lives out loud. Like, he it's always look at me, Cam, and that's fine. He's a talented brother. He deserves that, but that comes with it.
Fact.
You're going to have people, when you put a target on yourself, then people go aim at the target.
So, TSP, they've come out with the statement since then, where they're also saying that Cam initiated the physical contact with Steph grabbing him by his jacket and trying to choke him. Then attempted to interfere and then the other guy TJ interfered by trying to punch Cam. But then their actual note says the entire incident is profoundly disheartening. We're aspired to serve as exemplars, both on and off the field, dedicated to cultivating a community that prioritizes the safety of our athletes and their families. Our objective is to nurture individuals with strong moral character. We acknowledge our responsibilities for the consequences of our actions and for allowing the provocation to lead us to behave in a manner inconsistent with our usual character. So that was their official statement. And since then, the event that they were all participating in, Cam, he didn't say anything about if any of them were removed, but Cam has been removed from that event.
And the only one to get hurt in the end of the kids.
As he should.
Right.
Bad situation, man. Bad situation, man.
Yeah. So we definitely want to look into that, but it all the way around, like you say, the kids are the ones that who miss out on it. Some kids got had to experience that. Life is what it is, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be something.
That is the lesson, indeed.
That's life. That's what it's gonna be.
That's life. I was hoping Kyrie, I'm pretty sure he had a high sports opinion on this as well. But we're finna move on. So as we had mentioned earlier, we are actually covering the AFC West. We're actually going to start it with the two-time, well, back-to-back, because they're four-time champ now, but the back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, man. You know how it goes?
Back to back.
So, Chiefs actually won the division, obviously. They represented very well. Close some of these things here. We go here. So the Chiefs won the division, right? So they actually finished 11-6. The Raiders actually surprising because the late season surge came in 8-9. Broncos 8-9. They folded towards the end. They just started tanking. And then the dismal Chargers went 5-12. So other than the Chiefs, what surprised you, gentlemen, last year for this particular division? Any one of these teams we're talking about tonight?
Nothing. They are who we thought they were. Chargers would have been better, but Herbert got hurt. But also they sucked. But also Herbert got hurt.
Yeah, surprise. It wasn't really no surprise. I mean, the biggest surprise to me is the Chargers. I mean, and that's only because of how people speak on them and how people and the people on TV would say and project how possibly they could be great. That was the biggest surprise to me. I mean, you can say the Chiefs absolutely at the end of the day when it came playoff time when they was able to pull out the string of games that they was able to pull out, but the other teams in the division pretty much left it so that they are still the best team in the division. The question for us with the Chiefs was how would they sustain that in January? They was able to do that. But my biggest surprise here in terms of how I thought it would go last year was definitely the Chargers. I mean, I said the Broncos would be much better this year. They were much better this year. We kind of didn't have no open clouds for the Raiders. Though the Raiders were respectable, you know, they were at the bottom of the bottom, and that's where they stayed.
So I'll probably say for me, the one surprise I got a couple of surprises for me. How the Chiefs found themselves. I remember a couple of games that we had talked about on here, even one that we on Monday nights when we kind of chime in and look at the games, where their receiving core just looked dismal. And Kelsey didn't look like himself. And just the way, he's a vet. The way he turned it on once the postseason started. It's like Kelsey, he molted into playoff Kelsey. And so he was able to put them on their back and then open up their offense from that, that point in time. I'll probably say for the Broncos, while Took said, they were better than they were last year. And we kind of figured that with Peyton coming in to be the head coach. But I was surprised about how slow they started as far as Russ and Peyton being on the same page, and there was a lot of tension there. Then it seemed like in the middle of the season, it kind of subsided. They started winning, but then it came in again towards the end when it seemed like they was tanking on purpose when they decided to sit Russ. So we don't know how that's going to play. Once again, they have all the receiving issues that they always have on their side from a health standpoint. And then as far as the Raiders were concerned, not surprised that they made a coaching change because it seemed like something that they do because they're dysfunctional at times. But I'm glad that this time they didn't do the same thing they did with Rich Bisaccia, where they he had the team playing well and they decided to go with somebody on the outside. Pierce came in, had the team responding to him, and they decided to roll with him. So kudos to him because I know I definitely was pulling for him to get the gig. Just because I just like how he came in, he just took the bull by the horn, and and the team took on his personality. And then with the Chargers, I gotta ask. So this is probably going to be what the third or fourth offense coordinator for Herbert. He's been in the league 5 years now.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's hurting his development, but then he's starting to show. Can he stay healthy? He's got all the talent in the world. I liked him coming out of college. He's got a big arm, make every throw on the field. But the best ability is availability, as they say. And he's having a hard I'm staying healthy. But at the same time,
You got to block for the man.
got a block for him, and I'm pretty sure somebody's going to come in there, namely Harbaugh, and he's going to get the basics down. He's going to solidify the offensive defensive lines, and he's going to build the team from the inside out. It's going to be interesting to watch. You know, everywhere that he's went as a coach, he's coming to situations where they weren't living up to expectations based on the talent that they had, and he was able to rally that all together and get results with that team. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So that's the thing that I had this year.
Go ahead, Coach. My fault.
No, I'm fine. I'm done.
Yeah, man. They're definitely right on the bat, man. For them, for another season of hope in Los Angeles for the Chargers. You got a new coach rolling in. It's not good on the resume look of how many coaches Justin Fields have had, but hopefully this is the last one that he has to deal with in terms of this structure. I think he'll definitely have another OC one of these days. I mean, hey, he's going to have another OC. and this is going to be the last coach for him, man, because honestly, for him, now this is going to be the confidence factor now.
Yeah.
The first few years is like, okay, I'm still in the league. I'm in the league. I'm a rookie. Now I'm not a rookie, but I'm still being judged as if I'm young. You know, I'm on the Chargers, so I get a little slack. Now you have a primetime coach coming here. Yeah, everything primetime now. Even if your record's not primetime, everything primetime now. You're going to start getting a little salt on the wound, Justin, man, if you don't come to perform.
I can definitely see that.
Who's coaching them now?
Huh?
Who's coaching them now?
Who's that?
Khaki.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he took that job. Oh, that's right.
Anthony, shout out to Anthony, man. Want to see if Patrick could win without Andy Reid. I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you have 3 Super Bowl titles, it don't really. There's a thing too, and people are gonna kind of cope in and do all that. This is not Belichick and Tom Brady here. This is not. Clearly, we know who the guy is here. We know who the guy is here. It's not Andy. It's not Andy. It's Patrick Mahomes, man. So if anybody's saying they want to see Patrick win without Andy Reid, why? Why do you want to see him win without Andy Reid? Why? Doesn't do anything. He won with no receivers this year. None. Those are the players that you need on the field to win games. And he did that. So all that Andy Reid talk, I can't even listen to it because he did it with practically nobody on his football team.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
His best weapon was a rookie, basically. Kelsey stepped up too, but
So was Ian.
Andy Reid had Vic in Philly, right? Yeah, not the same. Vic.
Yeah, not the same in Philly. You had Vic. You had a resurgent Vic, but he wasn't the 03, 04 Vic. He wasn't Vic no more.
And even if he was, 03, 04 Vic was never what Patrick Mahomes is.
Never.
Ever. In any way.
Who was Tom Brady's wide receivers? You got to pay attention. You got to realize, though. You got to pay attention, though. Tom Brady still had guys. Tom Brady had guys who were still in his system for years and years. Still had them guys.
Not just that, but they were really good in for what the system was. It was short routes, getting guys open in space, and guys who could do something after they got the ball.
Patrick Mahomes is not a short. Patrick Mahomes, he don't want to pass short. He's not a short guy.
He can and he will, but he has the arm that you want to use. Whereas, it was more of a short route situation, and for that we had perfect guys for those routes. We had Troy Brown, we had Deion Branch, we had David Gibbons at times. We Wes Welker, Julian Edelman. The list goes on. And then for the entire time that he had, basically pound for pound, the greatest tight end ever in Gronk. So he had plenty. Let's not pretend like he didn't.
No. I'm going to answer it for you. I'm going to answer it for you.
He hasn't got
what it was. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna stop acting like the Patriots didn't have guys. We're gonna stop doing that. Maybe they wasn't guys because we all rambled Tom Brady so much. We're gonna stop acting like Julian Edelman wasn't a great serviceable wide receiver. We're gonna stop doing things like that. We're gonna stop acting like Chris Hogan wasn't a good guy, and then when he went to the Patriots, he got somewhat better for a bit. We're not gonna act like Tom Brady didn't have no receivers, man. We're gonna stop that. He didn't have a Martell Scanlon that came from Aaron Rodgers that was basically the same with Aaron Rodgers as he was with Patrick, which was nothing, and then you have your shine. Like, no, we're not doing that. I answered your question.
I also answered.
I hope I did.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna stop this crowd. We seen what Patrick Mahomes was working with that year. We seen what Patrick Mahomes was working with. We seen it.
So
they just damn near had their team for years.
So we see what they have. So that's my next question to the first part of this tonight's segment pertaining to the Chiefs. What are their free agency needs?
What is Chiefs free agent needs?
Yep.
Well, clearly wideout. We just had 10 minutes on that.
That's true.
We'll start there. Wideout, which this is the perfect draft for them to need a wideout. I almost wonder if they set it up this way. If they saw we can either pay a receiver for, like, after Tyreek Hill left, they either could have paid Tyreek a big bag, or they could have paid some other receiver a big bag to come in and be a number one. But instead, I think they saw like a good class coming, and they just waited, and they still won a championship, 2 championships while waiting. And now they got a good class. They can get somebody in the second round that would be unbelievable, or into the first, even third round. There's going to be good guys out there. Like, there's quality starters going into day 2 at the receiver position in this year's draft. It's deep, so they're going to be fine there. So I don't know. I guess maybe a tackle. Maybe that should be their first pick if there's a good tackle on the board, because they keep seeming to make it to the bowl and then their tackles die, or they weren't good to begin with. So yeah, maybe go out and get some quality.
Definitely some tackles. You want to keep the stable. You want to keep the stable man up. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep Patrick Mahomes, in the game. Not in and out the game. Barring any injury. I hope none of that happens to him. But yeah, honestly, we talk about this. Yeah. Go look to see what you can get this season. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go see what you can go get this season. I'm not gonna say that you can get away next season with it. I can't even call this team and say that y'all gonna slump this year. We said that last year. And then we spoke about all season how the upgrade's coming. So let's see if the upgrade does come, man.
Does the Chiefs have enough for Chris Jones and Snead? They do have enough. That doesn't mean that they're gonna do it. They may let Snead walk. But if it was me, what I would do, I would sign Jones and tag Snead.
Yeah, cause you can sign Jones and make it, and you can put it in signing bonus and make it back end heavy, to where you can do the tag for Snead.
Yeah, make it back end heavy, incentive laden performance type shit. So like, send him on sacks. He'll get it all because he's a monster.
Dude's a beast, man.
And like, I know their team is good and young, but like, you gotta keep that guy in the middle, because it can all kind of fall apart if he's not in there. And
we saw that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Granted,
they were still in those games. They didn't get smacked, but it wasn't. They couldn't get the timely stops they needed.
No, you can tell when he came in and he solidified the interior of that defense, how he just changed the whole dynamic of it.
Yeah, it's gravitational.
Yeah,
he's a gravity player. Like,
it's definitely right on that one, bro. Something so a couple of high points, from our season perspective. The Chiefs and Andy Reid are working on a contract. We kind of figured that part. But I think Will might have been the one to call this. We're talking about the receivers and things like that. I'm going to talk about it in a minute as far as the wide receiver prospect that they're kind of tied to possibly as drafting. But a free agent, I think it was Will, it might have been two who had mentioned it. But the best fit for the Chiefs is Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, the conversation was, what is he going to chase right now? Is it going to be the bag or is it going to be the legacy? If he chases the legacy, there's no better place for him than the Chiefs. Because you're probably going to have a chance to win a ring, another one for him. You're probably going to have a chance to get another 1,000 yards in probably 80 catches, and probably 8 to 10 touchdowns. And you could do that for 2-3 more years if you go play with Mahomes.
Yeah,
it seems like a no-brainer.
Right now, he's already a Hall of Famer. It's just going to be to the point of, is he going to be a first ballot or not? That's what he's working on.
Right. Yeah.
And
you mess around and get Mahomes for the last 3-4 years of your career, you can get in there unanimously.
Now, here's the part that scares me, and it's not fair, and it kind of ties in a little bit into the draft. So, an analyst suggests that the Chiefs go after him and draft a wide receiver high.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
It is scary.
It's real scary. And
because real quick, you could turn your best rookie receiver into the third guy. That's how good the guys you can bring in potentially are.
Yep. In a receiver that they are suggesting that they bring in as a hypothetical in round 1, and if he comes, it's scary. Xavier Worthy.
Oh, Worthy from Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid's nice. He's fast.
He's a flyer. He's a track star that just happened to play football.
Yeah.
Shit, crazy, man. There's a lot of ammo that people gonna suggest that they have now. Listen here, man. If they do get better, AFC better watch out, man. Because you already know everybody in the AFC is kind of like, yeah, man, the Chiefs are done now. They're not gonna win no more. I got guys like Jake hit me up with messages about Joe Burrow's the Undertaker, and he's the only person that can beat the Chiefs. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, once upon a time, wish upon a star.
You can't beat injury bugs.
I'm gonna feel bad if they stack up this year to the point where it's like, damn, these guys might win it again. I feel bad for the AFC, man, because a lot of teams, we said last year there was a lot of teams in the AFC that, may have to make some changes. Those changes might be made halfway through the season if the Chiefs act up to start the season off crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
For sure.
Chiefs right now, as it sits, they're about $28.2 million under the salary cap.
It's his division. It's his conference until someone says otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
You might have that Mahomes Reed combination.
I'm jumping out the baby, like, Mama, I kill the mouse. I don't play those.
So that's the Chiefs. So let's look at the what we got here. First off, real fast, their draft picks that they have this year. This is in alphabetical order. No, it's not. Wow. Oh, $32 million. So the Chiefs right now, they've got the 32nd, 64th, 95th, 135, 151, and 171 pick. So they got, 6 picks? And their needs, as they say, a wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, cornerback, and safety. The cornerback part, which goes into, we're talking about, they may let Snead walk.
See my dance moves?
What it?
My man's over here playing Espanol music, man. So my house is jam packed tonight. I apologize, everybody.
Oh, great. So, and then as far as the first round pick that they're suggesting for them is obviously, we talked about Worthy, defensive lineman Darren Robinson from Missouri, tackle Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma, or defensive tackle Byron Murphy from Texas.
She didn't say that one time.
Like the Texas boys, don't they? They like Texas players coming to the Chiefs.
Seems like. So that's the Chiefs. So we got, you know what? I forgot something. You know what? I'm gonna backtrack here for a minute. We're
Bro.
talking about AFC West, right? Yeah, we are.
AFC West.
I forgot all about that.
Man had a graphic in the cut.
It's just chilling, man. Watch me like I'm here. I'm waiting for you. So the second place team was the Raiders. Raiders.
I didn't mean to do that. So don't give me that dirty look.
That's no problem.
I put that on my mama. I didn't.
Raiders. They no
That's
FBA.
That's us showing out.
Stop being a little punk ass.
They came in second at 8-9. Late season surge, got a new head coach in time.
Right.
So as far as the Raiders, what are you seeing from them from a free agency standpoint, as well as the draft?
Needs everything.
They don't even, because they don't even know what the hell they're gonna have on their roster when the season and the training camps come on, man. You know, Devontae gonna want to leave. I heard a report today about the running back position. A lot of those running backs that were franchise tagged last year are not going to be franchise tagged this year, and a lot of them are going to walk. Potentially, Josh Jacobs can fit that department.
Mm-hmm.
Disarray at the QB position. You just need a lot. The Raiders need a lot for a team that ended up in second place last year. You know what I'm saying? That was like, damn, they
and fired their coach.
Then you fired your coach season a quarter through the season. Yeah, man. Las Vegas needs everything except for money. That's to say. They need everything though on their roster. They do. I would hope for them to improve this year. You know what I'm saying? They played hard for a coach. You know what I'm saying? They just stepped in. But they have a lot of holes that they need to fill up, man. And like this is the best part about football sometimes. When a team, we're mentioning this team needs everything, but you come together weekly to win games. You come through weekly to win games for your coach. They have that persona. I don't know how it's going to be if these players that want to leave, but that might be the best thing for them, for those players to leave. Might open it up a little bit for them to at least try to get over this bad voodoo that they've been going through, you know what I'm saying? It seems to be forever. So.
First and foremost, they need a quarterback.
What they need?
A quarterback.
They need QB.
Since they cut Jimmy.
I'll be real with you. They do need a QB, and I think they should draft one. But how about they lose? How about they get rid of? I mean, they still got Jacoby Myers, so you could go out there and potentially go get somebody to go get. But how about they stay with the guy Aiden? How about they believe in that man? I don't think they do. I think they still will draft a QB. But what if these star players leave, and then they just say, "Hey, we're just gonna have this guy be the QB, man. We're not gonna rush anything." That would be crazy shit.
It's a top 3 quarterbacks in this draft. If you can get one of them, you got to go.
Yeah, you definitely can. So now the Raiders, they've got 9 picks in the draft, but 3 of them in the top 80.
Wait, 3 in the top 8?
3 in the top 80.
Oh, holy shit! Like, what the
hell? And their needs a quarterback, running back, O-line, cornerback, linebacker, and safety. Damn near everything. As Took had mentioned. Quarterback, as Will had mentioned.
Raiders want to move up for Jaden Daniels, but they have to give up a lot. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna say this here. No disrespect to Jaden Daniels. Should I really want to give everything up for an LSU product?
Yeah. What's Joe Burrow?
Hold on. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Football heads are gonna laugh at what I'm saying right now. You're willing to risk it all for an LSU product?
But more
I'm not saying he's that guy. I'm not saying he's that guy that was there before. But y'all really know what's up.
It's funny, but more recently they sent Burrow, so it's but I get it. If you're tied to the Raiders, LSU quarterback is kind of scary. Mr. Jamarcus.
So
Marcus Russell goes to still in Raiders Nation.
He's like the exact opposite of anything that.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. The absolute opposite. You're right. You're absolutely right. But
they will be scared though.
They will say peace out to my cast, man. Hey, yo, Will, guess who in the building, dog?
Who that?
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, what's good, fam?
What up?
See, dog? Come on.
What up?
That's crazy.
Come on, sign it out, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Yes, sir, man. You know what I'm saying, dog? Hey, you joined in that good time, Bobby, man. She probably room. Man. So, hey. But hey, if you can go get a QB and go get that, man. Hey, Raiders Nation, go ahead. I was just being a jokester on that, man. But I've been saying for a long time the Raiders need a QB, man. And I feel like the way the market is scheming right now for them, you know, Jimmy G, porn star G, just got hit with the 2 games for the PEDs. He may never be in the Raiders uniform again, man. You might have to shop for him.
They've been released him. That was the same day. They released him already. They released him the same day. That's what I keep saying to you. That's why I said in the chat and everything.
Oh, they released him.
He's already gone. He's been gone since that incident. Since he got suspended.
Hold on, my man porn star got fired on his day off, man.
He did.
That came out in within 30 minutes
of him. Yeah. It was like, oh, he got suspended 2 games with PEDs, and the next thing we saw was like, oh, he got released.
Say Bobby said I'll take JD5. You don't earn a nickname already. No, I'm playing with you. You got JD5, Penix, Knicks over Williams, and I'll die on that hill.
Over Williams.
Bobby, we know you died for stuff from Louisiana. Have you already did enough of that? Have you already did enough of that, man? But this is what this draft is gonna do, and this is what the combine is gonna do. It's gonna put not everything in perspective because the wrong man can still get chosen through all this. This is the crazy thing about this combine stuff. One of these guys that you just mentioned, Bobby,
gonna be a bust.
Can be the bust, but shine on the day of the combine where everybody's watching you and put their stock up. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that guy isn't Daniels. Because right now what I see is Daniels is going to be the guy to possibly shine at the combine.
Caleb Williams seems in every way like he's Aaron Rodgers. In every way.
I got a question. Do you even think Caleb Williams is even going to go in the certain shit you do at the combine, certain shit you don't. What shit you think he's going to do and what shit you don't think he's going to do?
If I'm him, I don't go.
I agree with that. I don't think he's going to go. I think that too.
His stock's high. His stock's high enough that he don't have to do that. Now, and honestly, the other part of this is it works. It works either way for him. If he doesn't go and his stock drops, that means he falls to a better team. That's what he wants anyway. If he doesn't go and other people don't do well and everybody knows who he is and what he did, and he still gets picked high, then he still gets picked high and gets that money. So there's exactly zero incentive for him going to the combine. I wouldn't go from him. They're already saying Marvin's not going to go.
Right.
Marvin Harrison Jr. So they're saying he's not going.
Okay, Caleb and Marvin's not going to the combine. Shout out on that.
So
there's
no reason to go for them. They're already clear cut. Basically, the 2 best players in college football right now.
So we're just battling for number 3 right now over here on the boards with everybody else.
Well, that's the thing because the battle is really what happens with the picks. Like
right.
Who ends up making the pick?
Hey, Bobby, you did join at the right time. As we're talking about the Raiders, they did replace their GM. Their old GM, his name is Dave Ziegler. He's a draft advisor for the Saints now.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Y'all get something right. Y'all get something right eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, do we still have the Tom Brady radar?
Wasn't coming back?
Going back to the Raiders? Tom Brady in the silver black. Nah, it's never gonna happen, Raiders fans. Do not wish on that. It's never gonna happen, man. Don't place no bet at no Vegas casino thinking that Tom Brady coming back. It's not gonna happen, man. But I wish Antonio Pierce and his team the best. You know, it seems like, you know, they went out there, guys. It's something that the media didn't really flack about. A lot of moves and things that the Raiders do, a lot of people in the media make a flack about it. They complain about it. They throw salt on the wound and all that. At least this move right here wasn't as much of that. You know what I'm saying? It was praise and all that. And I just feel like, though, I think the Raiders, get rid of all these guys you're talking about. Reload. Get rid of Adams. If you can get rid of Adams, get rid of him. Josh Jacobs, that relationship's been shaky. So if you got rid of him, this is something that should have been happened. It's just like two people in a relationship that don't want to leave each other but should leave each other. That's Josh Jacobs right there.
So do you think possibly they can package their draft pick and Adams to somebody in the top? Because right now the Raiders got the 13th pick. They still can get a fairly decent quarterback at number 13.
If you're the Bears, you don't take that pick in Adams, keep Fields one more year, and then pick at 9 and 13 to build your team.
You got Moore, Adams.
I mean, because then you know what Fields is. If he can't do it with Moore and Adams, all right, then we know what's up.
They got the draft space. Draft space for it. The
Capital
space for it.
Salary. Okay, yeah, they got that. So what I'm saying, I mean, yeah.
You know what's funny? It's like
I'm gonna be funky. No, I got something here. The Chargers sit at number 5. And I say that because they have receivers. They bang the fuck up. Help your Raiders fans. Help your Raiders fans out, Chargers. Make a swap.
That'd be the only reason why I think they wouldn't do it. Just because it's like we're not helping this team out. We'll help literally anybody but this team.
Hold on. We help you out with a receiver that's not going to get hurt, and you help us out with our QB in the future.
Yeah.
And then we can duke it out for the AFC West title and eliminate KC. That's going to be harder than it sounds.
No, that's definitely possible. It would be tough if, from the Raiders standpoint, if I only get to move to 5, that doesn't even guarantee me one of the top 3. So like if I'm not going to get one of those top 3 quarterbacks at 5.
Or how about this? I mean, you got the Chargers here at 5. You got the Giants at 6. What the hell are they doing?
I mean, they're probably going to pick a quarterback if it's there. If it's not, then who knows? Probably a receiver. They should pick Rome.
Yeah, I see them taking a receiver.
Because I'm thinking of teams that, the Chargers do they really need a receiver? I'm just saying they need a receiver that's going to just be there for you, availability-wise. Then you got the Giants. We all know the Giants before the QB problems, which we already knew they kind of had, it was receiver problem. They had no receivers.
Yeah, they still don't.
So they still don't have no receivers currently here. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, the Giants need to take a receiver. They could take one early. I don't know if who was the other team? I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could take a receiver, but I don't know if they're gonna take them in the first round. They might have bigger problems than that in the first round.
But yeah, it kind of seems like that right now. The easy feeling for them could be they go and deal with the Jets if the Jets really want Devontae Adams.
I mean, the Jets will sell their soul for that to try to make that shit to still work with Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think it's ever going to work. But you're right; they probably could. They would make that move.
And it's just going to be scary, man. Because even the simple fact that there was some rumblings of they might let Salah go, and I'm like, look at the team he's been working with. No quarterback. You bring a guy in, he gets hurt literally the first series, and then the guy he's replacing, who's no quarterback, he's in there. How can you possibly thinking about moving on from a coach?
Well, because some would say it's his fault that the quarterback got injured. He got injured on a play that Aaron Rodgers blatantly said, "Don't call these plays. I don't like the cut block plays." And it's the first play they ran.
So you're talking about the play that the offense coordinator that came in that Aaron Rodgers wanted.
Yeah.
Now I see why you don't like that cat, man.
I told you. He's the worst kind of person. He's the worst. He's the worst.
It's like they all like Aaron, but the Aaron's so disrespectful, and I don't know why the people take up for him. And like Will said, I don't know why these people want to associate themselves with him.
I don't think anybody likes him. Right. I don't know that anybody likes him. I don't hear this.
You don't really hear anybody speak like high of him. And the guys on his own roster, Green Bay, Colin Coward and them FS1 has a new Green Bay packet every year speaking shit about Aaron Rodgers in the past.
Yeah, he's the worst. His own fucking family doesn't like him.
Yeah.
He's Scrooge.
No, you're right. This is young Scrooge. He's gonna get older and be Scrooge. You're right. 100%. He's terrible. And the worst part is he wants all the attention to be this guy. I don't understand that. Usually guys who suck that much, they just don't want to deal with people in general. I can understand that. I can relate. Sometimes you don't want to deal with motherfuckers. But like, he seems like he wants all this attention and then hates all the attention. Like, yeah, right. Moving forward.
Next up, the number 3 team who came in at 89 as well. We've got the Denver Broncos.
Now high on
Denver Broncos with Russ. Is Russ gonna cook this year?
Russ might not even be there to fucking set the plate up.
I'm not gonna be there this year.
He might not even be there to set the plate up, man.
Yeah, he's not. He can cook. He just won't cook in Denver. That's all. He's not cooking in Denver.
Right now, they are $13 million over the salary cap.
Yeah, and they're about to be hurt when they take the hit for releasing him because they're gonna get rid of him.
So, all right. So, in their release of doing that, if they do that, they sit here currently with the 12th pick in the draft. If they get rid of Russell, does that enter them? I mean, obviously, it's gonna. But what do they do at the QB position? Do they go look at free agents to kind of keep the team there for a year? Or does Sean Payton say, I'm going to try to get my guy now?
At 12.
It's going to be tough, though.
Yeah, by 12, unless you're willing to move up, which I don't think he's going to move up. So if you're not going to move up, then you're making some phone calls, I guess. But I just don't know at 12 if anything's going to be there for you in the draft.
I say this. I'm going to put the prediction out here.
Go out and get Jimmy.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I was going to say this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to say this, too. If Russell leaves, go get Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, sure. You're probably going to pay too much for him. He's 35 with a blown Achilles. That's a weird bargain.
So he's not going to play at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he won't be playing at the beginning of the season, and
he said he won't be playing at the beginning of the season.
No, there's no way he tore his
Achilles. Okay. If he's not, then chop him up because I mean, why would you even do that? I thought he would be cleared for the start of week 1. But if he's not, the thing starts. If he's not cleared for week 1, then absolutely don't. Then you just go the other route, and if you can, hopefully you pray that one of these QBs gets skipped or snubbed. And then you can end up with a brand new QB out of the 5 that we have here protected in the first round.
At 12, draft J.J. McCarthy. I mean, it's a bit high for J.J. at this point. Some people love him, other people don't. At 12, I don't know. You might be better off taking the best guy available for your team and drafting a better quarterback a different day.
Oh, hold on. That's not true.
What?
That's not fucking true. I got this shit right here. I'm seeing here. Gridiron report 8 hours ago. It said Judy to the Patriots, but I don't think that's real. Is that real?
I don't know. That'd be fun.
Oh, that's just a prediction. I'm gonna check it.
I like Judy, but he runs too high. He's never gonna be healthy.
So.
Okay. So it's official. We have official name here at STWF Playcall sheet. Jerry Judy in a cap relief trade proposal. Oh no, okay. So it's a trade proposal. It's not an actual trade, but it may happen in the next couple of days. They may end up with him.
I'll take it.
It's a trade proposal trade, so basically it's nothing like that's official. This is the main hot rumor right now that he can potentially go to. Yeah,
I'll take him for a third. Not even a second. No.
You know what's crazy about that is the Broncos. They're saying they need a wide receiver, tight end, O line, D line, linebacker, and safety. But the most damaging part of it can probably be is they've got the 12th pick, as we just stated. They don't pick again till 76.
So they got to pick something.
They got to land. They got to land that pick if they keep it.
You know what's crazy?
I doubt Rome will still be there, but if he is, go get Rome or Neighbors. Neighbors will be gone.
You know what's crazy? Not just saying you got to hit this shit. I definitely feel like that JJ McCarthy pick makes fucking sense, and I'm not saying that that's the Bengal hit, but I feel like that's the type of pick that they will fucking make. You got Jim Elway over there, and hey, this QB ain't. I gotta go get one. Elway's a QB guy. He's a QB. He's got to go get one. And if you can't get a free agent that's worth, him to the team, you're going to go get a fresh one. Somebody that you're like, okay, maybe we can work with this guy. And we can't really put all the blame on him. You bought a guy in here, you gave him fucking $200-something million, and everything fell on him. You know why? Because that's kind of how Russ made himself to be. But if they go with a rookie, then it's kind of like they, in that QB, can kind of go through those hard times. Now, I was thinking free agent, but now if you go get a free agent, that free agent fucks up. You mad at that motherfucker. You're not mad at JJ if he go out there and make mistakes. You're not. Or somebody that you go get. But even if a QB's in that position, it has to be if you want this to work. If not, you're going to end up stuck. You're going to end up having to make a pick at a lineman. Denver with that Russell Wilson signing, man, fucking fucked themselves up, man. I wanted the best for Russ over there, but
it's more guaranteed money. You got to stop doing this, people. But hey, I'm happy the players get the bag.
Happy that he got the. I'm definitely happy Russell got the bag.
The problem is that when these don't work out, then the next guy won't get the bag.
Yeah, exactly. They're messing up our bag. Because I'm supposed to be the next $100 million man.
Get to work.
Unfortunately, man, Russell Wilson, you fucking it up for us, man. Sean Watson, you messing it up.
You fucking Watson.
Lamar, you messing it up.
You can't blame Watson. He's like, I didn't pay me.
I masseused my way to 250. Hold on, my man masseused his way to 250.
It's crazy,
Lord. Yeah, man, but listen, there's a lot of Broncos out here, and OJ's flying better than the Denver Broncos right now, man. And that's sad. The 4 Bronco is popping more than the motherfucking Broncos. Man.
The last team in this division, we got the LA Chargers.
LA Chargers were last year in the division. I'm sorry. I made a mistake earlier. I said the Raiders were the bottom of the trash can. It was not. It was the Chargers.
So the Chargers are currently picking number 5. Their draft needs are running back, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, linebacker, and D-line. And then they have a total of 7 draft picks, with 3 being in the top 69. And now to start it off with, we talked about them on another show about them having to move Bosa. And then I saw today there's rumblings about them may have to move Mac as well. As it stands right now, they are $20.8 million over the salary cap. And Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa are the 2 biggest cap hits for them.
You gotta be real. And this starts to make me wonder, and what I just said a couple minutes ago makes sense. Trade that pick. That pick is viable. As this drive goes, number 1 and number 2 go down, 5th pick becomes more valuable. It becomes more valuable. Because now I'm looking at shout out to ESPN, I'm looking at the best available. You know what I'm saying? And 1 through 5, I'm looking at it. Marvin, obviously, Khalil Williams, Jalen Daniels is 3 on the board. Then you got Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver from LSU. Who knows if another wide receiver is being taken? So now you got to think that another QB potentially or offensive tackle will be taken, and then you got Drake May as number 5 on the list. And if it lines up, the Chargers can be in spot for him. But you don't need a QB because you got a generational talent. So somebody's going to want that pick from the Chargers. Chargers, start having people answer the calls now. Real talk. Answer the calls.
I guarantee you that they are answering the call. They definitely picking up the phone.
Get Kellen Moore. Get Kellen Moore, man. You know, another receiver.
The decision you got to make, is there anybody at 5 that'll completely change this franchise around? And if the answer is no, you trade out.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Drake May, Joe Alt, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. Brock Powers, tight end from Georgia. I feel like the Chargers in the tight end department always have somebody. You got Rome Udonze from Washington, the wide receiver. And they got, like I said, man, they can, and you know the Chargers, they'll fuck around and go get another one. I feel like he could be a decent guy.
I think if they do keep the pick, they're going to go get the kid from UCLA.
Latu, the offensive line, the outside linebacker.
Yeah. Because right now, as I have mentioned, Mac is counting $38 million, 38.5 cap hit next year, and Bosa's 36.6. So they're going to move both of those guys some way.
It's gonna be Mike Williams will be gone too. Yeah, Mike Williams definitely. They gave him more than enough time to recoup. Oh, listen here, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what the Chargers can do, man. You mentioned earlier, new head coach, your offensive, your OC, so hold on. I'm hearing that he's gonna bring in new guys. So is Kellen Moore?
He's in Philly now.
Of Kellen Moore's in Philly. Okay. So now you go. Yeah, it's gonna be chop blocks. But you know this is Harbaugh, so let's see what Harbaugh does, man. He's been in the college ranks for a little bit, but wasn't an NFL guy for a few years. I think he can maneuver some things, man, in the draft room. Let's see if he gets the right guys, in the draft room to kind of finagle this situation here.
Wait a minute. He brought Greg Roman in?
Mm-hmm. Quick's favorite guy.
Terrible idea.
Kawan's favorite guy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So that's the chart. So next, I got a couple of scenarios for you guys. What you think is going to happen? The first one, right off the bat, we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but do you think there's any way possible Chris Jones hits free agency with the Chiefs?
Oh, it's definitely possible. Yeah, for sure. They're not a guarantee to lock him up. They should, but doesn't mean they will.
I think
where else can he go?
I think they may slap the franchise tag on him just to hold a spot until they can try to negotiate something. But if anybody wants to try to come sign him, it's going to cost
him. Yeah, it's going to cost him some cake.
Last year, he was tied for third with 13 tackles for loss at defensive tackle. He was second in sacks at 10.5, first in quarterback pressures at 39, first in quarterback knockdowns at 17. Pretty dominating player.
Yeah, he changes every play.
He did it in the Super Bowl, too.
Oh, every big play on defense, he was involved in some way.
So we're not going to talk about the rate. We're talking about the quarterback portion of it. We also kind of on here today talk about how the Chargers, how they get back up on the salary cap. We talked about, the Khalil Mack. Keenan Allen's name's been mentioned as well as being moved. And obviously, the Joey Bosa rumors. So who do you think is going to win the division next year? I know it's way too early. Who do you think winning?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go on a limb. And I'm gonna shit. She can't bet on the Chiefs, man.
Chargers.
I want to say Chargers too, but I can't even fall for the. I can't fall for the
It's the
rope
Chiefs,
dope.
man. It's the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs division to win until they can't win otherwise, man. I can't pick the Chiefs. I mean, I can't pick the Chargers, man. I can't go for the rope dope. So I'm gonna go with the world pick in the Chiefs.
Also, it's not directly related, but it is related because the player plays for Denver. I just realized something.
What's that?
That Judy rumor, if that's true, that's actually a nightmare. Because they're probably doing that. If they're doing that, that means they're probably going to do the 5th year with Mac Jones. To the Alabama guy he went out and got. That a coincidence?
Yeah.
I hope it's just a coincidence.
If they keep Matt, oh yeah, keep him, New England. We want to see you burn, motherfuckers.
We definitely sold our souls, so it's about that time.
Hey, Matt Jones jerseys are on sale too for the low, dog. So go get you a Matt Jones low. He gonna sign the 5th year. You know your jersey won't cost that much. You know.
Yeah, he might still be here, which is frustrating.
Man, shout out to my guy Will, man. You could tell he's a real Patriots fan. He knows he's accepted the possibility that what may be on the way. But he's like, you know what? I'm good. We ate for 20 years.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, no, Will, please, for me, please put up signs that say Patriots may keep Matt Jones. Just do it. Because you know damn well the day that they say Matt Jones has got the 5th year option, these motherfuckers gonna go berserk.
It's funny because we already announced that we weren't gonna pick up his 5th year option, but this move just sounds like, I don't know why you bringing in just Judy then. Like I mean, he's available, but that's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's been an underachiever himself.
Yeah, so what you gonna go put him back with his unachieving ass quarterback from college? Like, all right.
Ain't Judy the one that Steve Smith got into it with?
Yep.
I believe so, yeah.
A Jag, just another guy.
Steve's not wrong. As of right now, he is just another guy.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Last thing I got for us. Like say, this is the off-season edition, so you know what I'm saying? Not unless the viewers know what's up in here. Say again.
A little abbreviated. We ain't got as much to cover. Not a lot going on right now.
Absolutely. Last thing for you. Ashley, if you had to rank the head coaches right
from this division,
what would it
Andy
be?
1.
Okay.
Yeah, Harbaugh 2.
Okay.
And then just relatively unknown Pierce at 4, and then that would make
Peyton 3.
Okay.
Sean Payton, the best coach in the AFC West.
You're tripping.
Nah, I'm lying. Andy, I'll go Andy. I'm gonna actually go Sean second.
That's fair.
I'll go Harbaugh third, only because I'm gonna have to. And I know he's done this before. He's actually been a coach in the NFL, unlike coaches that go to college and burn.
Yeah.
And burn. He hasn't been that. So I'll give him a benefit of the doubt. But that means it can always happen in my eyes. But I hope it doesn't. And then, Antonio Pierce just because of like an experience here before.
This is going to be the best quarterback probably that he's ever coached. So I guess luck in college. But I would argue that Herbert, a few years in the league, is better than Luck was in college. So, this is going to be the best quarterback he's ever coached.
Yeah, I can see that.
gonna be fun for him. And he gonna be able to go out and grab some Michigan guys in the draft. I'm sure he will.
I know he's been linked possibly to Corum.
Yeah, Corum. Blake Corum definitely makes sense. Perfect sense, actually, for this team.
Right in for Eckler.
Yeah, Eckler's on his way out, slide in basically the same guy.
Yep. With fresher legs.
Yeah, younger, for sure. Yeah, I think, I like what the Chargers are looking forward. Just, I think they got the right coach now. And that's the one thing they needed to have. They had the quarterback when Staley was terrible. So now they got the right coach. See what they do with it.
I agree with you on that, Will. I think he was the best coaching addition out of any team this offseason as far as the intangibles I think he brings to his new team.
Yeah.
Like you said before, and Tuki even mentioned, he had success before in the NFL. He's just coming off a college national championship. So he played in the league. He can still kind of equate to the younger players because a lot of these players that's part of the league now, he recruited at Michigan more than likely.
And you know what the crazy thing? Yeah, definitely.
That's an advantage coming into this situation.
His credentials are some of the best you're going to get signing a new head coach. Some of the best credentials you're going to have.
I wouldn't be surprised if he found some type of way for them to. I still think the Chiefs win the division, but to put a little bit of heat on them this year.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna make them. They may even win the game, like win a game or two. I wouldn't be surprised if they swept them next year, just because the Chiefs might not take them seriously, or not think they're far enough along.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Kelsey have a Swifty day, not really play well.
Anthony says, "Do you think the great running backs free agent will have an impact in the players in the draft not going in the first round?" Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is why you see not a damn soul at the RB position. Absolutely. You're going to see where all these guys go because all these guys that are free agents are talented. And then we'll see basically where those other guys can go and for these older guys that are going to get signed, where these young guys can go and be backups and potentially starters.
Just look at this. These are the backs you got coming out this year. Jonathan Brooks, even though he's coming off an ACL tear from UT. Trey Benson from Florida State. Blake Corum, who we mentioned from Michigan. Bucky Irvin from Oregon. Estime from Notre Dame. Davis from Kentucky. It's pretty good running backs coming out this year. But
not one of them says you have to take me in the first round.
That part. I can see a lot of them going second round, high second round.
There's no Barkley in this drive. There's no Bijan in this drive.
Right.
No. Brooks would have been before the injury. Brooks would have been the one. But that's why this draft doesn't have that one guy, because he got his ACL torn. Because Brooks was nice. And I still think it'll be good.
The fastest back coming out is Jalen Wright.
He's from Carolina, probably.
He ran a 4.31.
Yeah, that's fast.
From Tennessee.
And then the slowest back coming out,
I prefer my backs to run a 4.2.
Mayan Williams ran a 4.55.
All right, see that motherfucker here.
Okay.
He ain't on the list.
No, shout outs, fellas.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through. It's another off-season edition. We're gonna keep these rolling. What have you decided who we're doing next week?
We're gonna do the NFC West next week.
Okay, so stay in West.
Yep, we gotta do the champs, man. We gotta do the champs and the second place runner-ups, man.
Checks out.
First place loser.
First place loser. Dude, the first bum. Yeah. So shout out to everybody joining us. We'll see you next week with the same different division, but the same story. You know how we do it. Tomorrow, Chopper, be here.
Or be square. Yeah. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate you guys. Monday, We here, man. Beginning of the week. Continue to grind, everybody, man. Get to that last day, which is Friday, as Coach says. You know what I'm saying? The end of the week, baby. You know what I'm saying? But before you get there, you got to grind, man. So that's my shout-outs tonight. Shout out to everybody that keeps tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, man. Y'all know the platforms.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out to you fellas as always. Man, shout out to the people that joined, hopped in tonight. Kyrie, Bernard, Darnell, Anthony, and Bobby. Thank y'all all the time for the support. We appreciate it, man. Y'all make us have the energy to do what we do as we march towards a draft watch party. I don't know about these fellas, but I'm litty already about it.
Litty. We
Thank
lit
y'all.
out here. We lit.
Draft time hype.
2, take us out, man.
Don't you ever disrespect me.
Hey yo! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change it tonight. One night. Hey Rada! Se me sosa!
Terrible.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.